You're about to listen to the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. We cover weird things, but part of that may include adult themes and content. We'll be talking about things like butts and boobs, and there will be swearing. It's kind of what we do. If there are any kids in the car, you may want to change the channel. Thanks, and enjoy. Hey, sweetie, what can I get for you?
Do you have any of today's specials left?
The weird? Oh yeah, we got lots of weird.
And can I get that with bacon?
Sure, weird with a side of bacon, coming up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 30 of the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast.
Yay.
Yay!
All right. This is the podcast. We cover everything weird that we know about or find out about or investigate about in the world. Let's go through and do our introductions. I'm going to go through and start with me. I am Trevor. I cover weird history and weird facts. And then we are up to Misty. Misty, what do you do?
I cover weird news articles from around the world.
And then we go on to Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you do?
Weird social media stories.
Okay, and that is the crew for the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. At this point, we usually cover weird things that have happened to us this week, but nothing weird has actually happened this last couple weeks. So instead, we are going to get into the content after we cover the bacon rating system. Bacon rating system is 1 bacon strip. You are not weird. Your story is also not weird. Why are you here? 4 bacon strips. Your story is weird and you are our friend and we like to have you on this show. The other option is 4 crispy, as a little bit of extra credit. It's like a 4+, or 4++, which would actually be called a BLT, the ultimate of all bacon-related sandwiches. So we are going to get into our stories then. We will start with Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you got that's weird for us today?
Well, you know, my favorite Reddit stories.
Ooh, okay, all right. Reddit, okay, Reddit stories. I thought you wanted us to guess what category.
I mean,
like,
you can.
Relationships. Am I the asshole?
No.
Oh, relationships.
Nope.
Neighbors from hell.
No.
Product review.
Nope.
Oh, Misty.
I don't know. I think you've guessed all the ones I know of.
Weddings.
No.
Oh, God.
Entitled people.
Oh,
That's the subreddit today.
Oh, we've done that one. Dang it. Okay. All right. So tell us about entitled people.
The title of this is Aunt Upset We Wouldn't Turn Off Cameras for Family Member on Parole.
What are you doing at this wedding that you're kind of allowed to do while on parole?
It's not a wedding.
It's not a wedding.
Oh,
they were just videotaping, I think.
Oh, okay. But either way, doesn't sound like a good thing. Did they also have to breathe into his breathalyzer like the last episode for him?
No.
Start his car?
Nope.
All right. Well, then, tell us about Uncle Parolee.
So pretty much like the title says, we were hosting a big family party at our home for the January birthdays. One cousin who wanted to attend, since her birthday is this month and is recently paroled, didn't think she'd get permission to cross state lines in time to attend. Not sure what the process is, but knowing her, it's more likely that she just didn't want to take proper steps rather than it actually being a timeline issue.
Yeah, that's kind of checks.
Her mom calls us up and says that since her paroled daughter would be attending, of course, we would need to be sure all cameras were turned off the entire day and that no one would post photos of my cousin. Of course, I told her we wouldn't be turning off any cameras for her, nor asking anyone not to take or post photos of her. I also stated that she really should just stay home since it sounds like she would be doing something illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she didn't get permission. Sounds about how that goes.
Right. Well, cousin and her mom go behind my back and tell everyone that they couldn't post photos of cousin at the party and that we had agreed to this. I found out and informed everyone that she was flat out lying. Cousin proceeds to show up at the party anyway and sits outside waiting for the confirmation that we had turned off all cameras that day. I never responded to the text, but they were constantly calling other family members in attendance. Someone told her that she was probably on cameras from the driveway. Anyway, my aunt and my cousin eventually left and have been texting me nasty messages that I've been ignoring. I've been told they've also been posting vague, passive insults on social media. It's amazing how someone expects everyone else to bend over backwards to accommodate their probably criminal activity. And then there's an edit to add.
Ooh. Do we? Okay. All right, go.
We have a doorbell camera plus several outdoor and a couple indoor security cameras. My aunt and cousin wanted me and my husband to turn off the doorbell and security cameras at our home. I don't post personal photos to any social media sites. I have family members who are in attendance that do post personal pics on social media several times a day. So it must have been common questions.
Yes, yeah. Is there a doorbell ring or whatever? And
So that's the story.
maybe don't be talking trash to the person that now holds all the cards, who knows you weren't supposed to be out of state, who could easily contact a parole officer and be like,
Hey, they were in
can
my
you
driveway.
Do something? She's making threats to me because my cameras have her illegally out of state. Could you just handle that?
Maybe not tell everyone not to post pictures
Yeah.
Right?
because you don't know who you can trust. Any one of those people could be like,
Why are you here?
She's on
call
parole.
up the parole officer
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and say, is she supposed to be here? So
Right.
Does she have permission?
I mean, how bad do you need to go to this family get together?
It depends on how close the family really is. And obviously, by the sounds of it, not as close as what you think.
Not enough to do criminal activity for you, apparently.
Right.
Nope.
Or, they could have just asked, too, like, can we have the party at our place because I can't leave the state? Like, there's so many other options. Don't go to the party. Ask if it'll be moved. I don't ask for permission to begin with. Because you're
fact
right.
that
It
the
sounds like
mom
she just didn't.
Hold her and took her across state limits while knowing she's on parole just makes me feel like
Well, mom seems
maybe
like an
mom should
enabler.
be on parole too.
I think mom's an enabler here, it sounds like.
isn't there certain states where like the PO can go with you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that? It could be. I have no idea.
I think like certain things like, you
Like
know,
a funeral or something, maybe. Like they would normally say no, but they can do this excuse.
I think it depends on what their crime was.
Or whether you want to go visit somewhere nice and the PO would like to have a paid vacation. Like, oh, you want to go to California? Oh, I better go with you. I'll meet you back here at the airport in a week, okay? Let's just do that.
It shows that I crossed with you. We're all good.
Right.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, don't fuck with the person that knows you're not supposed to be doing it, is obviously not okay with you doing it, and then has video proof of you doing it. Don't do that.
right.
Well, not only that, but I mean, they wanted them to turn off all of their security, like cameras. Like that to me is like, you can't just shut them down because you want to.
Yeah, it's not like a switch in the back of a
Right. That's a lot of fucking around with just turning all current cameras, doorbell rings, and
She should have just worn a ski mask the entire time. No one would have known who she is. I mean, as long as you're doing criminal activity, wear a ski mask so nobody knows who you are.
it's true.
Who's the one in the ski mask? Oh, that's cousin Sherry.
I give it a 3 crispy. It's definitely weird.
Yeah, I'll go 4. I'll go 4 bacon strips on that one because there's so many better options than doing this over a birthday party. It wasn't even her birthday party. It was just the January birthdays.
Yes.
Does that mean they do this almost every month if there's enough people? Like she's going to continue to do this for the rest of her parole? Every couple of months she's leaving state?
Oh, God. Maybe
4th of July barbecue. The family's
know.
having a barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, why, first of all, why wouldn't the daughter just step up going, no, I can't do this? Knowing that she would get in trouble, but then,
That doesn't sound like daughter cares.
yeah.
I do think there is something to be said with the I couldn't get permission in time was aka I just didn't do the work and thought I'd just skip state lines. So in their mind, that's just the easier option.
Makes
There's
you
no
wonder
reason
how
to
many
go
other
straight.
times she skipped the line.
Right.
Because normally, if they're on
Taking a big chance crossing state lines without permission.
well, the other question is does she
So is
have
mom.
an ankle bracelet?
That's a good point, right? I mean, I doubt it because I wouldn't think she could be that dumb, but here we are. Yeah. Why would you risk your parole over a birthday party? I don't get it.
No clue. I sure in the fuck wouldn't. But
No.
then again, I wouldn't be on parole.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe don't do something that gets you on parole in the first place.
Right.
That's right.
Mm.
It goes so many different directions in this.
Right.
Wah!
I got an order app.
All right, Trevor, you're up.
This one is called Annoying Little Pecker.
This can go in many different directions.
It's actually very much on point. Annoying, little, and a pecker. So, okay. This one, we are doing a couple of deep dives,
Woody
guys.
the Woodpecker. Sorry.
We're going to start with the newest of the articles, which would be April 2019 article in the New York Times. Then we're going to go back just a little bit further to an October 28th, 1899.
A little ways back.
You sure that wasn't a typo?
Nope, it is not. October 28th of 1889 article in the Mariposa Gazette. Very old newspaper article. We got microfiche going on in this one, baby. And a Decatur, Indiana newspaper article from September 20th of 1899. So yeah, we went back 127 years for this bad boy, okay?
Oh my.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have to actually pull up microfiche. Nowadays, most of it, libraries and stuff have scanned in and is available now via the World Wide Web. All right, so let's get into this annoying little pecker.
What a little pecker.
This annoying little pecker. There was a woman named Alice Knott, Knott, and she had a pet parrot that everybody hated this parrot. This parrot was a little bit of an asshole, squeaked at people, bit at people, annoyed people, shit on everything. It's a parrot. And of course, it wasn't kept in a cage because why would it? Because Alice loved this parrot. Alice thought this parrot was the most wonderful thing in the world. But of course, it wasn't. It was an annoying little pecker. Well, again, we are back in the late 1800s during this story. So a lot of people had in their house gas lines that ran all over the house because that's what did the lanterns. They didn't have light bulbs, electric light bulbs. Instead, there were gas lines that ran all through the walls into bedrooms and parlors and kitchens and all that. And those gas lines had lanterns. So if you went into a room and you wanted to turn on the light, you took the little cap off of the gas line lantern, took the little cap off and lit it. And when you did that, of course, the flame would go. You put the little glass lantern back over the top of it and voila, that's the light you get for the room, right? Anyway, so this annoying little bird of Alice's was a huffer, meaning, you have people that like do spray paint or they put chemicals into bags and then huff the paint. This little bird liked to do that. What it would do is in the bedrooms when the lanterns weren't lit, but people were in those rooms, he would go over and use his beak to unscrew the little covers off of the gas lines and then huff or smell the gas until he got drunk or intoxicated or high and then pass out.
All right.
So
wow.
So this bird pretty much mostly stayed in Alice's bedroom because she lived with other family members, but nobody liked this bird, so he's pretty much left in the room. Alice walk into her room, or would be in there, and all of a sudden there'd be a smell of gas. You'd look over, covers off the gas line, bird is passed out on the ground, and they'd have to go and screw the cover back on, and air out the room. Well, the problem ends up is one night Alice went to bed. And of course, what do you do when you go to bed? You turn off the lights. So Alice turned off the gas line, put the little, had the little cover on and all that good stuff. But she didn't put the bird in the cage. The bird roamed around all night. Well, in the morning, the family didn't see Alice. And they go and they bang on the door and Alice didn't enter the bedroom door. So what do? They go and they smash open the door. And the entire room reeks of natural gas because the parrot in the middle of the night took and unscrewed the cover, sniffed it to get high. Alice was sleeping and wasn't awakened by all this or the smell, and Alice suffocated to death from gas poisoning.
Oh my God.
So Alice is dead in her bed, pretty much gassed to death. The parrot, though, had woken up from its, after it falls down and it gets out of the gas fumes, it had woken up. But of course, it doesn't know how to put the cover back on. So they had figured out what the parrot did because when they smashed open the door, the parrot was directly behind the door. The parrot went and stuck its beak by the gap between the bottom of the door to try to smell some fresh air while the rest of the room filled in with gas. So the parrot, after they did all this and aired it back out, to get to Alice's body, the parrot woke back up because the parrot saved itself by sniffing fresh air as best it could from under the door while Alice died. Just to add to the fun, by the way, is in the coroner's report. So, call the coroner, Takes a couple hours to get there. This is 1899, so they didn't call. They sent someone to get the coroner. Says in his report that he was determined that was the cause of death, not just because of the way he found his body and the smell that the family reported, but as he's examining and bagging up her body, the bird is back at it, taking the cover off the gas line again.
Jesus.
I was wondering how they knew it was the bird.
Because he'd been doing it for years. They just always
Right.
caught it in time. They didn't catch it in time this time. But yes, that is Alice Knott and the annoying little pecker.
Why wouldn't you put something over it when you go to bed at night?
Knowing that he does it.
I don't know, but she didn't.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So Parrot's a murderer.
Parrot's a murderer, saved himself, had enough gumption to do that. Because usually the family members wake up and, or hear it or smell it. And
Right.
fix it for him. Well, he just lays there. But no, he got out of the gas fumes, woke up, and then saved himself by sticking his beak under the door as best he could to get some fresh air.
Selfish little bastard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why people don't like birds.
Right?
Yeah.
So weird. Oh,
But it
Lord.
was worth going back 126 years in newspaper articles.
I want to know what
wasn't
they
it?
did with the parrot.
Yeah. Did anyone take this parrot?
That's a good question. I have no clue.
Or did they just let it out of the house?
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck out of here, parrot. I hope you get eaten by an eagle.
But the question is you let him out, will he find a way back in?
I don't know. That's a good question. But you guys asked at last episode if I was still in a murder rampage on my stories, and I guess I am a little bit. I've now moved on to the animal kingdom of murderers.
Right?
That's a little crazy.
See if I can find more murdering animals next episode.
I give it a 4.
I also
Thank you.
give it a 4. It was pretty good. I wish I knew what kind of a parrot it was.
Murder parrot. I think it's a kind. I think it's if you look them up, murder parrot's a thing. Just a warning to all our listeners: don't get a pet parrot if you use gas lanterns. I guess they are huffers.
Ah, yes.
I got an order app. And we are now on to you, Misty. What do you got?
Okay, this one's a little bit of a longer story.
Ooh, all right. I'll get comfy. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
This is by the New York Post. The article is, I snort all my food from omelets to steak. It feels phenomenal, even though I'm at risk of infection.
How do you...
I don't know how you snort an omelet or steak.
I go in a blender, right? Like, or really little pieces. I can see spaghetti because you've all heard of that. The person can like snort a piece of spaghetti up their nose and pull it back out their mouth. Yeah, I'm not saying I like it.
So you say you've done it?
No, I've never done it. I have never.
Sounded
No,
like-
it sounded
That's
like
all I've
it.
done. I have never done that. I have never.
Don't
done
lie.
it. Well, now I'm thinking about it because I think I can do it. I think it is spaghetti. You just keep sniffing up your nose, and then you like look in a mirror so you can see it's hanging down, and you got to pull something out.
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, thank
Not a good idea.
No.
All right. Well,
No.
let's get back to Misty's with the story then.
So the woman's name is Kathleen. She quite literally inhales all of her meals.
Oh, inhale. I've always been a fast eater. My mom used to tell me, stop inhaling your food. You can even taste it.
I don't know, can you?
I think I can. I don't shove it up my nose though. So
It's true. You wouldn't believe it till you saw it. A Virginia millennial blends her food and snorts it through a straw. She showed off her freaky feeding frenzy in season 7 premiere of TLC's My Strange Addiction.
of course, TLC is just amazing because it started off as the Learning Channel. That's what it stand for.
Yeah, you learn about
and instead it's like just a
people's
freak
weird
show. The entire
addictions.
channel is just the people's freak show. I feel like everything on TLC is just, hey, check out this freak.
Well, maybe the parrot should have been on it.
I don't think they had TLC in 1899.
She responds with, my relationship with food is very normal.
Yeah,
was
sure.
very normal until up to the point where I was in community college.
People experiment in college. Just it's usually not what that means.
It started with a dare to try snorting a flavor fruit drink, she said.
Uh-huh.
I got a head rush, but it was actually fruitier than if I was to have put it in my mouth.
Did she
It was
consume it normal.
Phenomenal. Since then, I've been having my entire diet for about 5 years. That's how she's been doing it for 5 years, nasally.
So she liquefies everything.
Correct. And snorts it through a straw.
She must not go to a doctor because I feel like a doctor would be like, stop.
Or she doesn't say anything and they're like doing the nose check and a yearly exam. You're like, what is that?
Why does it smell like A1 sauce?
Oh my God, what about Mexican food? Is that, how your nose runs if you have spicy food as it is? Could you imagine if you have
Salsa?
salsa?
Ooh.
I got a piece of tomato stuck up my nose.
So that means...
Yeah. Wait, hold on. How would you do that at a restaurant? She'd almost have to do takeout all the time if she blends it up.
She can't be going to restaurants.
Or she does takeout.
Well, yeah, takeout. Yeah.
And then blends it up at home. Sorry.
Blends it up at home.
I didn't
Do you
mean
think
to
she
interrupt you.
blends
Okay.
each part separately? Like if she's getting Mexican, does she like blend up the burrito and then like the refried beans?
No, you got to blend that shit together
It's all
because that's
one
how it goes
mixing?
into your...
It's just all one. It's just all one. Why not? Right. I mean, but that defeats the whole idea of this idea she has this amazing palate in her nose to taste things.
I guess that's
Different
one way
cups.
to test your senses.
I feel like your your nose would burn.
One would think. But then again, they insert feeding tubes through your nose.
What if she gets a cold?
Yeah, but you're usually like sedated.
What if she gets a cold?
What if she gets a cold? Does she starve?
No, she
No,
sniffs her cough
blows it
syrup
back
through her
out.
nose.
She blows it back out when she sneezes.
Oh my God, could you imagine when she sneezes
What
like holding a
colorful
tissue?
boogers she would have.
She's got to.
So that means she's sniffing blended omelets with spinach and mushrooms, liquefied spinach and steak, coffee, and even spicy guacamole.
See, she got the spicy stuff in there. Does she use a new straw every time, or do you think she like has one of those metal straws? She's environmentally conscious.
Or she washes it and reuses.
Right. Oh,
Continue.
She claims that her curious culinary conduct helps her avoid overeating and choking.
she's not
Not
wrong. I mean, the overeating part, I guess, because you got to do every meal in the kitchen with a blender. You're not snacking at the Quick Trip on the way somewhere. That means when she goes places, she has a travel blender. She goes on vacation or something, she has to bring her travel blender with her.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for her, this is off-putting to her friends and her family.
Well, no shit.
She doesn't get a lot of second dates. Let's just put
Way
it that
to
way.
point out the fucking obvious. Anyway,
She spent much of the episode, it was Wednesday's episode of season 7.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Didn't give me a date, so
It's just a Wednesday.
just a Wednesday.
Just the Wednesday.
Fittering over how to introduce her odd obsession to her new bureau. And spoiler alert, it did not go well.
again.
I mean, as someone who's seen My Strange Addiction, I feel like there's worse things, but none of them are good things.
So, she has gone on several dates with someone by the name of Justin before meeting
Before
him
he knew the
at
full
a
truth.
district company in Alexandria, Virginia. So anyways, she's from Virginia. He presented her with a bouquet of colorful flowers. She presented her problem almost immediately. So they were sitting down at a table, eating their dinner. Wait for it, are you ready?
Yeah.
She asked the waiter, "Are you able to blend the food?"
Oh my God, they were on an actual date. They went somewhere.
I was going to bring that up before, but
Can you blend it?
So the server said, "Unfortunately, we do not have a blender, but we do have grits, tomato soup, and our in-house vegetarian sausage gravy."
I'm afraid of where this is going.
I'm more interested in knowing what on earth's vegetarian sausage gravy is. But anyway, keep going.
She selected the grits because she was assured they could fit through a straw. Justin chose a homemade biscuits with jam.
Guess what? He's never eating again.
Grits The food had arrived, and she took her blue and silver manicured hands and pressed a straw inside the right nostril to stick up her iced coffee. Suck up her iced coffee.
Yeah, everything goes up there, I guess. Everything. Drinks, food.
Justin said, "Caitlin, what the fuck are you doing?" With concern, as other diners were watching.
Well, I mean, they were watching, but let's be honest, if they're surrounded by TV cameras, people were probably already watching a little bit.
At this point in time, this is coming from him. I don't know what's in the cards for me and Caitlin. But if I can't stomach watching how she eats her food, I can't promise a bright future for us.
Again, no shit.
So Justin promoted Caitlin to visit a doctor by the name of Dr. Matthew Hayden, a primary care physician, who warned her about the dangers of nasal nutrition. Doctor warned about how liquid can get into your lungs and you can get an infection and it could spread through the central nervous system and kill you.
It's almost like this is a bad idea.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, that's usually how that works. I mean, we're not reporting on someone who just eats their food normal on this podcast, so.
So she did promise on the show that she was going to try her best to stop sniffing her food. She says, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about it, she added.
Just stop doing it.
I'm going to try to take it in baby steps. So she did tell the Post that she cut back since the filming of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And she is trying her best to quit entirely, but it's going to take time as she can handle some inner work on her own.
Yeah, I don't know how. Just start eating normal. Like that. That's how.
Trevor,
But if
she
you're
probably
used-
forgot how.
If you're used to blending everything,
Mhm.
she is going to have to take baby steps.
Well, because if you think about it, so she's been doing this for 5 years. Your jaw muscles, yes, they stay strong if she talks a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But her teeth, who knows what her teeth look like.
Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
Yep.
Well, at least she doesn't have coffee stains on her teeth. Yeah, I can just listen to her nose.
But anyways, that's my story.
Yeah, I'll go 4 crispy on that one. I'll go 4 crispy, I think.
I will as well, yes.
4 blended crispy
Pieces of
bacon
bacon.
the strip up your nose. I got it all up. And we have looped around to Stephanie. Stephanie, number 2 for you.
Do you want to guess the subreddit?
Is it a Reddit?
It is a Reddit.
Entitled people?
No.
Weddings?
Nope.
Am I the asshole?
Nope.
Product review?
Nope.
Neighbor from hell?
Nope.
Is it one we've done before?
I believe so.
Petty revenge?
Nope.
Oh, Misty?
I don't know any of them. The ones I know are the ones that you list off. I don't memorize any of them. You know how my brain works. Sure.
Pokemon fans. I got nothing. There's a subreddit for everything. If you can think of a topic, there's a subreddit on it.
Did you sell my dildos?
Oh,
I wonder if there is a subreddit
Coworkers.
No.
Oh. All right. Okay.
You're kind of getting warm, though.
Customer from hell?
No.
Family reunion.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's just do this. I got this. I'm ready.
It's from the subreddit, I don't work here.
Oh, I know that subreddit. I follow that one. Dang it.
The title is Karen mistook me for staff at IKEA and absolutely lost it when I couldn't help her assemble furniture.
Do the regular employees help people assemble furniture?
You know, I don't know because I always took it home and did it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, let's do it.
This happened about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still baffled by the entire interaction. I'm 34 male, and I was at IKEA on a Saturday afternoon browsing the marketplace section for some storage bins. I was wearing jeans and a plain navy blue polo shirt, which I guess kind of looked like it could be a uniform if you squinted really hard, but it absolutely wasn't.
Have you ever purposely changed your shirt before going to certain stores so you didn't look like an employee?
No.
Well, not a lot of stores have uniform unless you go to like IKEA.
Well, Walmart's got the blue. IKEA's
Best
got
Buy.
the blue. Best Buy's got the yellow or whatever. And
It's
Target's got
blue.
the red.
Best Buy's blue.
Yeah, it is blue. But blue. Yeah, you're right, blue.
Well, yeah, I
And
guess
then
Target
Target's
has
got
red
the
and khaki.
red. But
Anyway.
I've never actually. I definitely know I've been into a store and noticed all of a sudden, like, oh crap, I'm wearing a blue button-down shirt and I look like the Best Buy guy. I've definitely done that before. But anyway, okay, all right. So get into it.
All right. I'm standing there comparing bin sizes when this woman in her late 50s or early 60s comes storming up to me holding her phone and immediately starts talking at me without even saying hello or excuse me first. I need someone to come to my car and help me load the shelving unit I just bought. The box is too heavy and nobody at checkout offered to help me. I looked up confused and say, "Oh, I don't work here, sorry," and started to turn back to what I was doing. She doesn't move. "What do you mean you don't work here? You're wearing the uniform." I look down at my completely plain navy polo with 0 logos or name tags and say, "This is just my shirt. I don't work at IKEA." She huffs and says, "Well, you look like you work here and I need help, so you need to come help me load my car."
This might also fit in entitled people. I think I should still get half credit for thinking entitled people because this is definitely entitled people.
Very true. At this point, I'm genuinely confused about whether she's joking or serious. I say, "Ma'am, I'm a customer just like you. I can't help you load your car. You can ask someone at customer service." She gets this indignant look on her face and says, "I already waited 20 minutes at customer service and they said they don't do that. You're here. You're clearly not doing anything important. Just come help me. It'll take 5 minutes." I'm getting annoyed now, so I say, "I'm not helping you because I don't work here. I'm shopping. Ask anyone who actually works here." She starts raising her voice saying, "This is ridiculous. Customer service is terrible here. Nobody wants to help anybody anymore. When I was your age, we helped people without being asked."
Oh, we got some boomer pride, baby. Boomer pride.
Which probably would fit into the boomer subreddit as well.
Yes.
We're covering a lot of them. Okay, and am I the asshole for not helping this lady load her car?
That's true.
If she was in the parking lot and you asked her, I'd be like, yeah, I can come help you real quick. But not
The
if I'm in
fact
the middle
that
of the
I'm
store.
shopping.
Yeah, if I'm
Right.
in the parking lot and I'm like a couple cars down from you, I'd probably walk over anyway. Anyway, sorry.
And where is the storage bin aisle at the store compared to like a checkout or customer service?
Right. You could have found an employee closer to
Like,
these customer
Are the
service
storage
area.
bins like way in the back of the store and she decided to...
It all
Well, no.
depends on what IKEA it is because sometimes there are more than one floor.
Right.
Well, she already admitted that the employees say we don't help load cars.
So she just went and looked for somebody.
Yeah. She was hoping to find an employee that would be afraid to tell her no. Didn't find an employee who was afraid to tell her no. So now she's bugging customers.
Makes you wonder how many people she found in the store.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A few other customers are starting to stare at this point. I say, "Look, I genuinely don't work here. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not carrying your furniture." She then pulls out her phone and starts taking a photo of me saying she's going to report me to management for refusing to help a customer and being rude.
I'd like to mention real quick, you went from a regular score, you just added a crispy to your score. Keep going.
I just laugh at this point because what else can you do? I say, "Go ahead and report me. I'd love to see how that conversation goes when they tell you I don't work here." An actual IKEA employee in the distinctive yellow shirt walks by and asks if everything is okay. The woman immediately turns to him and says, "This man refused to help me and was incredibly rude." The employee looks at me and I just shrug and say, "I don't work here, man. I'm just trying to buy storage bins." He looks back at her and very politely says, "Ma'am, he's not wearing our uniform. He doesn't work here. If you need help loading your vehicle, you can arrange that at the customer service desk."
Yeah.
She starts arguing with him, saying I should help anyway because I'm a man and it's common courtesy, and going on about how millennials have no work ethic. The employee is trying so hard to stay professional while explaining again that I'm a customer, not an employee.
So now she doesn't believe the real person.
The actual employee?
This is like when you work somewhere in retail and you tell someone no because you have to tell them no, and they ask you to call them, and then they ask you to get the manager, and your manager's got your back. You know,
Yeah.
we're like, no, they don't work here. Go away. Love it. Love it.
Finally, she storms off muttering about how she's never shopping here again and how she's going to leave a terrible review. The IKEA employee apologizes to me and I tell him it's not his fault. Some people are just entitled. The crazy thing is, as she's walking away, I hear her on the phone with someone complaining about the situation, and she mentions something about getting $10 off every $100 spent if she complains enough, which made me think she pulls this kind of stunt regularly to get discounts. She probably bought cheap furniture beforehand and expected the same level of service you get from a place that delivers and assembles for you. Either way, it was absolutely wild that she expected me to help because I'm a man. Still one of the strangest shopping experiences I've ever had.
Oh, I never thought of that angle. That she hopes to be rowdy enough to get discounts.
So she creates like the controversy and then calls like customer service and complains.
And they give her discounts.
Ooh, so you go back and buy big box items.
So yes, in a way, he titled the
Baby
story
boomers.
wrong because he wasn't assembling furniture. It was just not
Loading
loading the car.
Oh, wow. And which was the category this one was?
I don't work here.
I don't work here, but we determined it fits a lot of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I have to give that a 4 crispy just because
I promised the crispy and it deserves the crispy. And I think the whipping out the phone makes it a 4. I think you're right. Whipping out the phone to like record it makes it a 4. Take a picture makes it a 4 crispy. Why didn't they just write down their name off their name tag? Oh, wait.
He didn't have one.
I got an order app.
Trevor, it's back to you. What do you got?
I have one from July 2016 article in Nature Index, a May 2015 article in ABC News, and an April 2015 article in Daily Mail.
Mail?
Which I don't think actually mails out mail. I have a feeling that name's left over. But either way, Daily Mail, which does news
Daily
stories.
Mail.
Does they send out mail?
No, it's dailymail.com.
Oh, do they send out email?
They're kind of like a
news article?
There's-
I mean, that's what I got. It's a news article. So
It's a news thing, kind of.
Like a news platform.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then why do they call it mail?
I don't
Okay. I'll bring it.
I don't know the
How about
origin of
how
the Daily
about you
Mail.
write something to Reddit and ask them?
Well, I mean, it's Daily Mail. I mean, I just asked the Daily Mail. I'm going to send in a customer complaint. Why are you called Daily Mail?
Oh my God, you are not a boomer.
Okay. All right. This one I have entitled, I'll Bring the Popcorn.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop. All right. This one is a story about a radio telescope in Australia. Do you guys know what a radio telescope is?
A telescope that sings songs to you while you're looking through it.
A telescope that looks at all of the, what do you want to call them in space?
Stars?
No, the satellites.
You're closer than Stephanie's, which I think was... I know you were joking. You were joking. Okay. It is, well, first of all, a radio telescope, which we've seen them because they show up in movies sometimes, is one of those, I think there's one in Hawaii as well, where it is like a telescope for radio signals in outer space. So they are like giant satellite dishes and all that. And we're not listening to the sounds on Earth. They are made to pick up any frequencies, like radio frequencies or whatever, in outer space. So think of a telescope made you look at the stars with light in your eyes. This one's like a telescope for the sky, for outer space for your ears.
I wouldn't call it a telescope if it's a giant dish.
Well, I didn't name it. It's called a radio telescope. I didn't name the thing. Okay. Anyway, it is
right.
Well, all right. So again, it's in Australia. It is in Australia, and it's called the Parkes Radio Telescope. Okay.
Yep, it's the big dome buildings and the doors.
That's a regular telescope. These are the ones where it has a bunch of satellite dishes pointed at outer space.
Don't they normally just have one big one?
I don't know. Actually, now you're making me question it.
One too many movies.
Well, this particular telescope, radio telescope, started in 1998 picking up perytons. You know, perytons. I hope this is not one of those where I'm doing the word wrong.
Can I see it?
Perytons. Perytons.
Better than Cordile.
All right. So what that is is they are little bursts of radio signal.
So peritones.
Did you know that? Are you for real?
Is it?
P-E-R-Y-T-O-N-S.
I was looking up the spelling, but the way you described it.
But yes, the whole idea is that those are little bursts of radio frequency. And the whole idea and why these things exist is they are looking for communication from outer space. Like that's the idea, is to pick up radio signals from like potential aliens or other stuff out there that may be making sound or sending out radio waves.
Question.
Yes.
Do you fight it in D&D?
I don't think so. Maybe.
It's a creature in D&D.
They're also a creature in D&D. Well, that might be where the name came from.
That's why I'm wondering if, like, I was asking legitly for
If I have
purposes.
Fought one in D&D? I don't think I have, but now you're making me wonder because I love to play D&D.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, all right. So anyway, these are little bursts of radio signal. That's the whole idea of why these things are existing, is to try to find either alien communication or atmospheric phenomena, something causing these radio waves, okay?
Yes,
and
you pronounce
peritons?
It's actually peritons, but
Peritons. Anyway, so it's the whole idea of these things. But as we know, they don't really find much because if there was alien communication going on, we'd hear about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would we?
Oh, government conspiracy. Area 51. Well, I think you would. All right. So starting in 1998, the Parkes radio telescope started getting these peritons, started getting these signals. Every once in a blue moon, they would get these little millisecond, less than a second burst of radioactivity. And they're like, what the hell was that? And then they wouldn't see it again. And they couldn't figure it out. What is this thing? And then months would go by and all of a sudden there's another one. What is this? Where is it coming from? What is happening? And they couldn't figure it out. They're getting these little bursts of radioactivity.
Same time?
The same time?
Like same time frame?
Not exactly. But as they're looking into this thing, because it took them 17 years to pinpoint this thing.
As to what it was?
To where this radio signal is coming from. Because they are scanning the sky everywhere. They are like, where is this? And they can't figure it out. It's not during the same date of the year. It's not when they're pointed at a certain location. Every once in a while, just this little boop pops up into their system and they cannot figure it out. And that continues on for 17 years. And they're trying to figure it out because, of course, it's a process of elimination. When is it happening? It's only happening during the day. So daylight time where they are. So it's like, okay, during the day, we were pointed towards the sun, obviously, because there's sunlight. And this is happening. Is this coming off of the sun? Is this an alien signal when we're pointed and lined up with Earth or the sun and there's a planet on the other side? Like, what is causing this thing? And then they keep working down and be like, what is it? It's only happening during the day, never at night. And then they figure out, wait a minute, it's not only happening during the day. It's happening during the day during business hours. It's not happening at night. It's only happening from like 8:30 to 5 when their staff is on staff. Finally, in 2015, they upgrade their systems that are able to detect more of where the signal's coming from because they have got to figure this out. And they figured it out.
It's just someone pressing a button.
The surge button. It's the reset button. No. If you put food in the microwave and you pop the door open before it hits the last second, a little bit of microwave wave gets out and it sets off the system.
Oh my God.
So for 17 years, as they've been trying to track these signals that are hitting them an unknown, unexpected time,
false.
They were all somebody opening up the microwave before their food got done and popping it open, and that caused a millisecond of radio wave to trigger the telescopes, the radio telescopes.
I can't believe it took them 17 years to figure that out.
17 years.
Especially if it was always during the daytime.
Work hours, daytime, yes, maybe not the same, but why only once like every blue moon? Like, because
if you let the microwave run till it's done, it didn't happen. You know, if you close the door, you turn it on, the microwave goes on, microwaves go zoom, 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 zoom. It turns off, dings, you open the door. But if you open the door before it's done, it stops, but just a little bit gets out and it triggers an alien discovery.
Next thing you know, somebody would have been warming up fish and would have been like,
every time it smells.
Oh no, it smells like fish and it's a ding on here. Like, What's the smell from?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
that's why they couldn't pinpoint it. There was nothing reoccurring except for the most obscure thing of every once in a while, someone stopping their food early. And that is the Parks Radio Telescope's alien communication for 17 years story.
My question is where was this microwave located?
In the building. It was in the employee lounge. Somebody had to make popcorn every once in a while and warm up your lunch.
I don't know what to say.
17 years.
17 years. And they updated their equipment to have better location abilities. How expensive is it to upgrade a telescope, radio telescope?
It took them 17 years to get the funds for it.
Yeah, they got a grant. Somebody gave them money to say, figure out where these aliens are. And they had to report back to that guys. Sorry, it was just a microwave.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to give it a 4. Because the fact that it took fucking 17 years is just...
I will also give it a 4.
I just don't understand why it took that long. I mean, obviously flowcharts and PowerPoints are not their top things.
Yeah. I mean, how would you even check for that? Once they got down to the fact that it only happens not only during the day, but during open hours, it had to make them think a little bit like, this has got to be some contamination of the system. This is only happening when there are people in this building doing things. Something is awry.
Who even knew if it would have came from their building? What if it was another building that it was hitting off the same...
Yeah, that's true. The guy next door also had a microwave. Who knows?
Interesting. Well, I'm glad to see it brought it back to the house.
Great.
The call is coming from inside the house. Ah! I got an order app. All right. And what do you have for us for the last story of the day, Misty?
Well, this one comes right from our home state.
Ooh, Wisconsin, USA. We have to say what country we are because Stephanie has just divulged to us, I think it was the last episode, that we are super popular in
Estonia.
So based on that, we should really make sure we identify for our international listeners.
So this episode is called Wild Turkeys Terrorize Wisconsin Neighborhood.
Those damn turkeys.
I have seen this stuff before. All right, keep going.
So this is by UPI. It's dated February 5th of 2026.
So recent, or at least
Yes.
recent of recording.
Yes. So residents of a southern Wisconsin town have been dealing with an unusual flock of aggressive wild turkeys. This town is...
They can be bitches.
Yeah. Janesville.
I have gotten smacked in the face with a turkey.
Janesville is a busier
before.
city, too.
Yes, it is actually.
So Janesville neighbor Lawrence Meyer, who recorded a video of the turkeys chasing a postal worker down the road.
How would that go? I'm sorry I lost your mail in the snow. I was being chased by a turkey.
His 8-year-old son also had a run-in with the turkeys while crossing the road. So, as the son approached the street to cross, the turkeys started chasing after him. It was scary, the dad said, as they are big birds. They're as tall as my son, and when they fluff their feathers, they're scary.
I'd like to go back to my statement from before. No shit.
Mm-hmm. I did. I started mentioning it, but yeah, I have gotten smacked in the face by a turkey's wing before, and it hurt. I was at a farm, and they had a turkey, and I don't remember what, but I was right by it, and it freaking whacked its wing into my face, and it hurt, man. I had like a bruise on my cheek.
Did you deserve it?
I mean, I totally deserved it. Don't get me wrong.
So
It still hurt, whether I deserved it or not.
So, Mr. Meyer said the birds weren't always so aggressive.
They were friendly. This is like a movie where he was a nice neighbor, but something happened. What made him so mean, Dad?
Lawrence said at first the turkeys were cool and brought life to the neighborhood. They became a nuisance, like blocking traffic. They've caused accidents. They've even went after the mailman. So
okay, that's not unusual for turkeys.
no, it's like geese.
Yeah, they do sound really fun to have in your neighborhood until you have them in your neighborhood.
I feel like my dad told me a story about when he was driving, or he had heard this from somebody else, where a turkey was flying and dove and hit the windshield.
Oh, really?
And this was on like 41.
Oh, on the highway?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that. Turkeys are weird.
Anyways, go on.
So Jason Cotter from the Wisconsin DNR wildlife biologist from Rocky County said turkeys tend to flock together during the winter, but it's not common for them to be so aggressive. Cotter said that it is more of a rarity than it is common that these particular birds in Janesville have been causing a stir with folks getting in and out of their cars, mailmen, and children going to school. So basically what he's saying is that it's not normal for birds to cause a riot. Like, so these birds are
Supernatural.
getting in and out of cars, chasing mailmen, like chasing the kids on school grounds.
Could you imagine going to your car, like you left the window open to run in and do something real quick, and you come out and there's a turkey in your car? Because you know what? If you had snacks in there, like a bag of popcorn or what, Doritos, I don't know, some chip or something in your car.
What about birds? I found bird poop in my car.
That's true. That was an earlier story that you had left your windows open and there was bird poop on your by your steering wheel.
Why isn't the DNR just take them out?
So
she's like, I'll get to that.
I'm getting to that.
Cotter recommends the residents
drew
take
first blood.
steps to make themselves look larger. So carrying an umbrella. So basically, the larger you look to a turkey, the more they'll just flock away.
We just flock off. Flock off, otherwise.
But the Wisconsin DNR is working with the USDA Wildlife Service to come up with a plan on how to move the turkeys from Janesville. But yes, they are working on it.
I'm sure some kids were like poking at the turkeys and then they got pissed off, and that's why.
Or the neighborhood was feeding the turkeys and then were told to stop, and they got pissed off and aggressive because the food source wasn't there.
Right.
Somebody should take the original Jurassic Park, some of those sound bites of where the raptors are attacking the people, and then just use the video from this and have the
AI turkeys into the Jurassic Park scenes.
Right.
Right. Yeah, like the aren't you a smart girl or whatever one. Nice.
But yes, that's my story.
Turkeys are a lot. Which are worse, turkeys or geese?
They're both assholes.
Canadian geese. Canadian geese. Canadian geese are notorious around here for being jerks. But turkeys are getting up there too.
Well, I guess it depends also like how big their flock is.
I'd almost prefer them over red-winged blackbirds, though. Yeah, red-winged blackbirds attack people. For those of listeners who have never dealt with these or don't know what we're talking about, in Australia, it deals with them even worse than we do, I think. But I think they have maybe a different name for them. But yes, if you get near their nest that's in a tree, like near a sidewalk you're walking on, they will attack you from the back. They can tell where your face is. And they'll all of a sudden you'll be walking, all of a sudden getting attacked in the back of the head. So some people actually wear hats that have like googly eyes on the back of them, so the birds can't tell which is the front of you so they don't attack you. And we have that here in Wisconsin too. We have those red-winged blackbirds that will do the same thing. If you'll be walking or on a run or riding a bike or whatever, and all of a sudden a red-winged blackbird will attack the back of your head if you're getting near a nest at the wrong time. In fact, the library, one of the local libraries actually has a sign like, caution, red-winged blackbirds, watch out for attacks.
Do they really?
Yeah. So next time I go to the library for my research, I will. Well, they put it out in spring because that's when they nest and that's when the spring is put out. So I will. Yeah, not a fun. I will go. Not a fun. That's a term. I use word good.
Sure, it's more funnier.
See, Misty gets it. I will give that one. I'll go with a 3 crispy on that one.
Well, thanks.
I think it's good. I think
it was good, but I don't know.
Seems easy.
So
I did come across a video on TikTok of a similar situation with the
turkeys,
but it was, I think, a UPS delivery guy.
I believe
this woman had recorded from like her second-story apartment building because she heard like weird screaming, and the UPS man legit was running from the truck to drop off the packages, and then he was running back, and the turkeys were coming around the UPS truck and almost like got in because they always leave the door open when it's nice out and they're driving. So
there is one from Green Bay, Wisconsin, from a couple years ago. You could probably find those on the news. Is a kid was being chased on the way home from school by a turkey, and someone saved him because a person that was driving a car like cut between the turkey and the kid so that the kid could get away from the turkey. That's just a video of that out there where somebody had to use their car to block the turkey to save the kid.
And I think it was also in Greenville where it was the cop car that was being attacked by the turkey.
Yeah.
And he actually called in to like dispatch.
Of course he
Send somebody to save my turkey. Save me from the
I'm
turkey.
being
backup.
attacked.
Basically,
Send
that's
back up.
I think that video is somewhere.
Officer down. Officer down.
Yeah, you should find that one. That one's actually fun to listen to.
Nice.
Oh my God. That had to have been
Called
hilarious.
dispatch, and then like other cops getting involved and making jokes.
So my question is when he calls dispatch, like they record a lot of that. Do you think the person who took the call is now got a copy of that? And how much does he hear it?
Oh, God. You know they do. You know it. All right, guys. I think that is all we're going to do for today. We each had our 2 stories. We each got our ratings. I think it was pretty good stuff. If anybody wants to hear more about us, see more about us, check us out on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. We do have full episodes recorded, and you can see us in the studio recording those episodes on YouTube. Or you can also check out our shorts that we have on YouTube, on TikTok, or we do Facebook Reels. If you guys want, you can also check us out on Instagram. Also, if you want to send us an email, our email address is weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. Again, no just weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. We really like it when listeners send us things such as ideas of articles they've seen, ideas for things for history that they think I should cover, or their own weird personal stories. We love it when guys send those things in to us. As we like to say at the end of every episode, keep it weird, because normal is just another word for boring. Thanks, everybody. Bye.